Hey, what's up, guys? So, today, as the day session starts, I'm going to give this a moment to get going. But the Capitol is open today. Everybody has to get a COVID test. Everybody's got to get a test to come in. And as you can see, we've got officers across the building. All sorts of people are already showing up. Let's take a walk. I'll show you what it looks like outside. The gallery won't open until 10:45. I just tried to access that area. And yeah, they're on edge here. I can say that. Because when I showed up and showed them my Texas Canico press ID, one lady looked at it like it was made with crayon. It was like, "This is a press pass." And made a complete minor fuss about it. Said, "Officers everywhere." And the other girl at the COVID testing tent who saw my press ID goes, "Well, that's press credentials. We don't pick and choose who is and who isn't, as long as they have a pass." So at least someone had their head on their shoulders correctly today. I'm just not fond of somebody looking at a member of the press, trying to give you guys some information as some child. As somebody who actually does something here and isn't going to throw a tantrum is looked upon as if they're some child. And down on the ground floor, as you can see, north entrance. You got to go through the metal detector, as I showed the other day. I'll go out again so you can see what exactly is taking place. Like I said, officers, and I mean there were lines of them outside. Waiting for some individuals to get by. Good morning. Like I said, people galore. Back outside so you can see we have officers patrolling. They're not gonna let a bunch of nonsense happen today, I can tell you that.
Our mask above. Did you hear that whole? Someone was asking me for their TIA.
This individual just said that they want to go inside so they have a trespass warning filed against them. Like I said, there will be people here throwing tantrums at some point. I'll get behind you, gentlemen.
be filing a declaratory judgment against the SPV and the DPS. Chapter 443, State Preservation Court. Section 443.018.
So we'll make something clear. This individual walked up. Instead of just walking in, they didn't want to get a COVID test. They didn't want to get the screening. But yet they wanted to stop and debate about how they could get in, saying that they wanted to get a trespass warrant. Whereas if you really wanted to get a trespass warrant, thought that that would have been the way, you could have just walked right in. This is nothing more than causing a scene. It really is. Yes, she is saying parlay. Second?
Wanting to let them in.
I'm not. I'm just pressed. So yet again, we had an individual who they came up to the building, apparently, as I walked outside, and they were already out here having a discussion about trying to get into the building, asking how they could get in. And from there, the individual started asking, well, I don't want to get a COVID test, I don't want to wear a mask. And another individual, whom I do not know, I could not hear, but from what I could gather, was being told that if they wanted to come in, they would have to wear a mask and follow the rules. I took some pictures out here. As you notice, I was live and talking to you guys. And it appears that once the camera went on and she noticed she was on camera, this started up. Where this individual had been asking how they could just pass by, asking literally if they broke the rules, how they would go about getting a trespass warrant, that they wanted to be pretty much, I guess, arrested. At which point, when my camera turned on her, she grabbed a flag and started screaming, "Parlay, parlay." And that's when the police pretty much walked up. State troopers and formed this line. And as of now, they're holding the line as she has her fuss. This is located at the Texas Capitol in Austin, Texas. As I said when I came out here, they're not going to play today.
I was being specific. That's a war crime what you just did.
I can tell you, I know they're not going to play. I used to work down the street from this building. I got to talk to a lot of these state troopers back in 2005. And some of them are still here. They do not play.
So why are you standing over that side? Why are you over there? What are you doing? It's destroying
Pretty good.
You are with
Texas Canico.
Texas Kenner Company?
Or
Okay.
online news site.
Okay, are you going in the Capitol? Yeah. You get
Oh,
tested?
I've already been tested.
Oh, you got a wristband.
Yes.
So you
I just came here to document today.
hey, y'all want to give them that sign? Give them back the sign, please.
I'm going to ask you, how long have you been working here? Because it seems like I recognize you.
I've only been down here about a year and a half, sir.
Okay. I used to work at the 7-Eleven down here about 10, 15 years ago, and it seems like some of the faces I recognize.
You going back in? Or?
Yeah, here in a moment. Thank you. Oh, and they're breaking out the PA. Oh, God, no.
Texas Constitution, Bill of Rights continue. Section 27, right of assembly petition for redress of grievances. The citizens shall have the right in a peaceful manner to assemble together for their common good and apply to those invested with the powers of government for redress of grievances or other purposes by petition, address, and remonstrance. We are not allowed to go in there. You are breaking our religious constitutional beliefs. I can't even talk right now. I'm so mad that you're just letting this happen. Did you take an oath to protect us, the people on the other side of your line? Did you? You're a liar, and you have to be held accountable. And Kennedy, who touched me, violated parlay, which is a war crime. And I want to speak with Abbott. And go parlay. I want to speak with Abbott because he's the ringleader here in Texas. When am I going to speak with him? Section 28, suspension of laws. No power of suspending laws in this state shall be exercised except by the legislature, not the executive branch. Which is part of the executive branch. So that's all the way that you're violating the Texas Constitution. Now for the United States Constitution, Amendment 1 with the State Preservation Board is also not allowed to violate. Congress shall make no law, it's not Congress, is it? Respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or bringing the freedom of speech or of the press, or directing people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. How does this violate my conscience, my religious beliefs? They don't allow me to lie. There is now much proof that COVID-19 numbers have been incredibly inflated. Thanks to those PCR tests in there, with a ridiculous amount of false readings in either direction.
Those tests. The test where I came out negative. And I've come out negative every time I've taken it this year. Several times.
Besides this, God gave us knowledge for how to keep people from getting sick. Nutrition, sanitation, and quarantine for the sick. That means symptomatic people spreading the warriors, which we know are healthy individuals. Again, there is no evidence of asymptomatic transmission. Fauci has stated that asymptomatic spread is not the catalyst for pandemics and never has been. PCR tests are not accurate, as has been stated by its inventor. And I will not bear false witness against myself by taking a test that has so many false readings in either direction. Masks are used in occult rituals, and I will not be part of it. Proverbs 12:22. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. Proverbs 19:9. A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who breathes out lies will perish. Psalm 101:7. No one who practices deceit shall dwell in my house. Think about that. No one who
So yet again, for those of us who are joining in, we had an individual as I started live streaming inside the Capitol and came outside to show you the line of officers that were out here. An individual was attempting to get into the building without having a COVID test, did not want to wear a mask, and instead of just walking into the building, which they could have done, and from there would have likely been apprehended or stopped, turned around, the individual stopped to have a debate about it and ask questions about how they could go about going in so they could have a trespass warrant put on them. From there, once she noticed, at least from what I could tell, that I was live streaming here, this individual asked for a flag from one of her fellow individuals here and raised her voice, began mentioning parlay, at which point the police formed a line on the Capitol steps, at the top of the steps of the Capitol, and stopped her from getting in. And then after her having her voice raised, mentioning parlay several times, and arguing about what she said is her rights, the police then moved down into this formation we see here and has pretty much roped them off. And for like the last 5 minutes, it has been this. And pretty much it's quiet down now.
well as hundreds of thousands online. Use our national anthem. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave? Does it? Our voices have been muffled and now silenced as they ruined our safe and fair election system. The 2020 election was stolen from us because too many rhinos and cheating Democrats reside on Capitol Hill. We stand in a disenfranchised, wondering what planet we have landed on that we cannot walk through the doors behind us a free person, now guilty before proven innocent. Now public enemy number one, simply because we cannot and will not wear a mask on medical or religious grounds. And will not take a COVID test. We have been kicked out of stores, threatened with arrest, segregated, all because the vast majority chooses to play along with the orders of seditious tyrants. Imagine little me having 6 shares called on my person all because I wanted to listen to Alan West speak at a Trump rally. Maskless, unashamed of who I am, knowing what we all know, that healthy people do not spread diseases. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave? I must say, it's looking pretty grim out there. Ponder the final stanza, which is largely unknown to most. Oh, thus be it ever, when free men shall stand between their loved homes and the war's desolation. Blessed with victory and peace, may the head-rescued land praise the power that has made and preserved the nation. Conquer with might. When our cause it is just, and this be our motto, and God is our trust. And the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. This 2021 legislative session may be the most important legislative session to date. We, who are not sunshine patriots, are what stand between freedom and the loss of it. You and that flag will be all yours to wave once more for the land of the free and the home of the brave. I implore you to continue to show your faces, cultivate resolution forward, and stick to the fact, don't get and rebel back.
Hey, what's up?
So we got somebody way more important here
Oh,
that we can put on camera.
Hey, Jesse. Hey, friends. I can't really see the screen.
Yeah, it's kinda
There we
difficult.
go. What's up? Opening day is a little different here
Yes.
this year, and a lot of police presence and a lot of different procedures going on, but really glad to be here, and it's a beautiful day, and got some friends. Brian Ortega here. Is this in the Cannabis Collective?
Yes.
Hi, all right. All right. Well, Austin and Sarah are on their way here. I'm looking forward to seeing them. And we've got Liz and Patrick with Grow House. We're going to be going live at noon for a Lone Leaf update. And I'm looking forward to working with everybody this legislative session. We got a lot of work to do, y'all. That's what we were just talking about. We have a lot of work to do.
How long have you been out here today? You were out here early, weren't you?
Yeah, I got here about 8 o'clock. I wasn't sure how crazy it was going to get with parking, with getting tested, getting into the Capitol, but everything was really smooth. There's really not very many people here, and it makes sense. You can't really do a lot of work on opening day, and the ceremonies have been cut short for COVID reasons, and because of the demonstrations that were planned that, as you can see if you turn the camera around, is really minimal. There's really only a few people here demonstrating, and we've got such tremendous police presence that it's really unsettling. But hopefully they can feel more confident moving forward, and we don't have to be subjected to this kind of police state tactic every time we come to the Capitol.
Alrighty. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe out there today. We'll keep y'all updated.
One more thing, 7 o'clock tonight, we're doing an advocacy workshop. So go to our website, texasmarijuanapolicy.org, and on the events tab, you'll be able to register. It's free, but you do need to register to get the link. We're going to talk about the process, how a bill becomes a law, how we can participate in it, what our priority objectives are for marijuana law reform, and COVID restrictions that we know that are in place. It's constantly evolving, but we're going to give you the latest of what we know on how we can participate effectively this coming legislative session.
Alrighty, thank you for that.
Thanks, everyone.
Y'all be there for tonight. That way y'all know how to write some letters, you know how to dress properly, you know how to act appropriately when you come to this building and you're not throwing a temper tantrum. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.